Hello everyone, it is Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we're doing Shop My Stash. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so excited because it's not raining yet. Yes, in about 2 to 3 hours it's going to start to downpour. So I'm trying to hurry up and do this so I at least have some sort of sunlight and not have to use so much artificial lighting. My kids are kind of calming down, so let's hope that the iPads kind of control them so that I can get this done for you guys. So we're going to get started. You guys see a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, I have a lot to say, so let's get right into it. All right, so we're gonna start off up top here. These two right here are things that either I am rotating on my own, testing out, new that I want to play around with, or Project Pan stuff. These are mainly all lip products, so don't worry about this. This will be always filled because that part over there is where my Shop My Stash stuff is, or my panning and my everyday, and it's just kind of full, so I have to use these all, and including my lashes. So all this don't pay attention to. So we're gonna go over here. All right, so we're gonna start off with these, and unfortunately this month you'll see that going forward in the month of July and August, September starts to pick up again. But I tend to not wear too much eye makeup or makeup in general because it just gets way too hot. And that was the case this past month. We had family down. We still have family down. They're about to leave at the end of this week. So I'm not really using a lot of makeup because we're doing beach stuff, bicycling, outdoor things, and I'm always sweaty. So the case with these, I haven't used these two right here, so these are going to get put back. I did use Wonderlust, but it is completely dried out, so this is going to go into my empties. My favorite, all-time favorite one is this one. I won't repurchase it just because these dry out way too fast and I have too much stuff to not be able to use it up fully. So this is going to go into the empties. These are going to stay back where they belong. This Tarte one I use, but I still want to keep it because I think I can get more use out of it this month. So I don't want it to dry out. As you guys can see, if I shake it, it'll start to move around. So it's still there. I'm going to keep it just for another month. This Flower Beauty in Sunset Wash. This is beautiful. If you put this over a cream base, I did a whole review on these. If you put them over a cream base, they're really good. They're very sheer on their own, but I did like how it looked, so I'm not mad at it. Finally, I was able to use my Makeup Forever Starlit Liquid. Gorgeous, one of my favorites. This Lise Watier cream shadow I did not get a chance to use, so it's going to stay as well. Everything else up here is things that I'm panning or just keeping up here, so this is basically it. Let's move on to the drawer. Out of this drawer, I used this right here. This is the Blonde Streak. This is really pretty. It's not as impactful as it once was, but as you guys know, makeup has evolved and become a lot more pigmented. This is pretty, but it's subtle. I'll keep it just because I do have reasons to use this, because sometimes I don't want something super stark or it's not appropriate. So I'm going to keep it, but I did enjoy this. All the rest of these, I used this Frosé, but I want to keep it for one more month. And the rest of them, I did not get a chance to use. I told you guys, not much got used because I'm not using a lot of eye makeup. Out of these, the only one that did not get used was Outer Limits. I used the rest of them, so let me go through them really quick for you. Annabelle Chrome. This is like a cream product in Flashing Lights. Very pretty. I really liked it. It can be sheared or put on really thick and like a nice color. And I did like to use this over pigment. So yeah. Out of both of these MAC ones, this Daygleam was the one that was the least subtle. But I did like it. Again, I have a place for it, so I'm not going to declutter it. I liked it, but I didn't love it, but I do have a place for it. My two pigments. Melon is so underrated. It used to be so hyped for a good reason. Love this, especially in the summer, my goodness. And then this shade right here in Star Dream, very pretty bronze. I really like both of them, and I really enjoy putting these over a cream base. Stands out so much more, or wet them. Gorgeous. Let's move on to our blushes. This is NARS Liberté. You guys know this one. Very pretty, very pigmented. It's really pretty for even the fall time. So yeah. Becca Honey, how much I love you. That's all I gotta say. MAC Sunbask. Gorgeous for the summer. I might actually keep this for one more round. I really liked it, and it is a sheer tone, so it's sheer on the cheeks. You could build it up, but it is stunning. And then we have Jersey from Chanel. This is what I wore for my birthday, what I wore for a lot of events that evolved around my birthday. So pretty, you guys. I'm so glad I reached for it because it was basically brand new when I put it in. Moving on to highlighters, Cookie by Benefit. This became too much for my skin tones. You guys can see, look, I've gotten really dark, so this is a little bit more starky. I have to be very gentle with it, but it is beautiful. This is Bodyography From Within. Such a beautiful highlighter. Wore this for a wedding this past month. Oh my gosh, I really like this. Becca Champagne Pop. Always a classic, always a beautiful one. I really enjoy it. And you guys can see I really got good use out of this one this past month. Nabla Insomnia. Holy cow, how much I fell in love with this. I am now tempted to get a bronzer in this formula and a blush from them in this formula. It's just so beautiful. Gelée formulas always sucker me in. And this one, my gosh, you can see it was brand new when I brought it in, and look how much I used it. It is beautiful. Loved it how it looked on my skin. Absolutely stunning. Does not accentuate anything. I really like this. These are all the lip products that I use, so let's watch them real quick and share with you guys. First one that I used was Desert from Revlon. This is beautiful. As you guys can see, I have a little bit of like liner on it. I love this shade. This is so pretty, and I really don't have much left of it. So I might eventually pan this. This is one of my favorites, you guys can see. It's beautiful. Maybelline Naked Embrace. This is a beautiful one, again, to mix with different shades. I probably mixed it. That's really the true color right there. It's really pretty. This one probably will replace my Daringly Nude when I'm done with it, because I realized Daringly Nude no longer is sold. Dose of Colors Mondays. So, whoa. so pretty, you guys. This one I really enjoyed. I got a lot of compliments on this one when I wore it in a video. You guys really liked it, and I love the formula. It's starting to dry out, so I'm trying to use this one a lot more, but it is really pretty. The only Charlotte Tilbury lipstick I own, and this one is in Pillow Talk. It is very pretty. Really enjoy it. Eventually I will use this up as well. Too Faced Melted Chocolate in Chocolate Milkshake. This is another one you'll probably see going forward, because this is the only time of year where I can actually get away with using it, because it's very warm toned, but it's gorgeous. So I'm going to keep this one out, because I think I'm going to end up using this one a lot more in the next 2 months. Lolita 2. Love this one. I always like these terracotta ones in the summertime, and I love this one. This is another one I'm probably going to keep out because I want to get more use out of it. I really do enjoy this formula. I know it's beautiful. I really like it. So I'm going to keep this one out as well. My favorite, Ludwig. You guys, I've used this before. I've shared with you guys how much I like it a ton. It is a kind of like a cooler toned beige, but it's so pretty. So yeah, one of my favorites by far. Urban Decay Fuel. This one was a gift from my friend Lisa about a few years ago for my birthday, and this is the time of year where I use this one the most. So this one's also going to stick around because I'm going to use this one a lot more. I actually used this one in Wednesday's video, I believe. NARS Lana. Look how bright and bold that is. Love it. And this formula, amazing. This was one of my first colorful lipsticks from this line, and I have always been obsessed with it. I really love this in the summer. Look how pretty it looks like with a tan. You guys, if you have dark, deep skin tone, this is gonna look amazing on you. And the last one is Chanel Pensive. This is one I wore for a wedding. It's a shiny sheer kind of lip, beautiful, classic, to the point. One of my favorites from Chanel, and I really like it. For palettes that I use this month, the first one was this one. This was sent to me. This is by What's Up Beauty in Desert Monsoon. I have done 3 looks with it. I kept using it because I got this right as I was going on my mini vacation. I'm gonna keep this out because I still haven't used this blue one, and my intentions are to use it for 4th of July. I have a specific look in mind. You guys, these are all shadow toppers. Oh my gosh, these 1, 2, and 3. This one's also a shadow topper. These are all just regular shimmers, and I think this might be a shadow topper too. So I've done a whole reel on this. I've done looks with them on my Instagram. This is beautiful. The formula is really good. For a new upcoming indie brand, they did an awesome job. And the fact that it is so tiny, you guys, look at my hand. Like, it's a tiny palette, so it's really, she did a great job, amazing job. And she sent brushes as well as nail polish. The brushes are also amazing. So I'm going to keep this out for that blue shade, and I might reach for it a little bit more, but I wanted to let you guys know that this is a palette that I've been using at least for the last 2.5 weeks. This one, Serenity by Menagerie. This is the Annette collaboration with them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I really love reaching for these here and there. This is also a shadow topper. Really enjoy it. She did a great job. This just quenched my thirst when I wanted the Circo Loco palette. I'm good with this one. This was really, really good. And I believe the 17th of this month, this will be restocked. So they should have a lot more coming. If you guys want me to do more looks with it, I'd be more than happy to. This is another blue I might eventually use for 4th of July. So yeah, I'm gonna rank this. So trust me, all the palettes you're gonna see now are gonna be ranked. This one, this is the Nomad America's Parks palette. Now this was sent to me by Nomad. I won a contest that quite a few of you guys entered, but Miss Katie Marie's entry was the one that got me in, so I appreciate it very much. They asked me what palette I wanted, and I wanted the new up-and-coming one. I've done many looks with this palette. This is beautiful as well. Again, you'll see that in the ranking. I'll give you more details of it. I've done swatches of it. I've done looks, many looks with this. I've even done a tutorial therapy session with it. So I've used it a ton. So this is a beautiful palette if you want color, but you don't want it to be so stark in your face. And the last palette I used this whole entire month was this one. This is one that I purchased myself. I can't even get it in the frame. There you go. This one is the Nikit Tutorials Beauty Bay palette. I really want to know why people don't like this palette. I understand the mattes. I get it. Some of these mattes, like this blue one right here, this one right here, can be a little bit patchy. You got to work with it. They're not as pigmented straight up on the face or on the eye. But overall, these shimmers are just to die for. My sister loved, I swatched this one for my sister. She loved it. This one, I've used these. I've even used this blue one. I used all of the shimmers multiple times. These are gorgeous shades. I love these. I really do like this palette. I think it's a lot, you can use it a ton. And you guys can see I hit pan on a shade because I was reaching for this, at least for this shade and another one, constantly throughout the month and a half that I had this. So I'm very proud of myself that you could tell that I used it. Definitely could tell I used this palette. So let's pick out our blush, shall we? So I've been thinking about these all month, so I want to pull these out. This is the MAC Extra Dimension blushes. This is in Cheeky Bits. This one was gifted to me by my friend Lisa for my birthday, maybe a year. Look at that. And I think this will look great for this time of year. So I'm going to pull this out because it's very pigmented, but it can also, look at that, can also be a highlighter all in one. So that's why I want to pull this out. The other one that I want to pull out is Telling Glow. This one also is stunning. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Guys, these are beautiful and they're gonna last me a lifetime, so I'm gonna pull this out as well. An oldie but a goodie. This is the Balm in Stain in the color Swiss Dot. This I love to pull out this time of year. It is a matte, but it is a beautiful shade. It's like a watermelon-y shade, I would call that. Look how pretty that is. Here is the actual blush. You guys can see that. It's beautiful. This is screaming July for sure. The last one is this one. This is the Almay Hue blush. This one is called So Peachy. This, can you tell it's brand new because I just got it for my birthday. So let me just, does it say it in the back? Let me tape that there. So here is this one. This is also like a gelée formula. Can you tell I went for a specific family member this month? So these are all the blushes for this month. Okay, so for highlighter, you guys, I have been thinking about this one. This is Ofra Blissful. I'm not sure if I'm tan enough for it, but we're gonna give it a shot because if I am, there's other ones that I eventually want to pull out next month or even throughout the month. So this is Blissful. I'm not sure if I can pull this off just yet, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, so this one's one that is by far my favorite from Jouer. As you guys can see, I pull this out every single summer. This is gonna stay in here until I'm done getting a tan, no joke. So this is the only time you're gonna see me pull this out because it's gonna stay in my Shop My Stash. This is Topaz. You could see that dip. I adore this highlighter. This highlighter is definitely my favorite in the summer. And it's almost close to Blissful, just a little bit more golden. It is just the perfect shade for me in the summer. So this is gonna stay in my Shop My Stash for the rest of the summer. This is one that I've beaten up. This is the Dose of Colors I Love Sarai. And in the color Soulmate, you guys can see I beat the crap out of this up. This one is also a beautiful one that I really, really enjoy. So I am gonna pull this out as well. You guys can see, I'm trying to pull out my deeper shades now that we are getting more tan, because whenever am I gonna use them again if I don't use them now? This is one that I also like to pull out. This is from my friend Lisa, I believe. She sent this one over to me. This is Bloom Time by Wet n Wild, and it's like this peachy highlighting shade. Let me show you guys right there. It's gonna be different from the rest. You guys can see right there. So we're gonna see if we can pull this off. It's something different. And I'm gonna pull one more since I am gonna keep Topaz in for the rest of this summer. When I met you in the summer. I think I wanna go for, is it this one? Yeah, let's go for this one. This is the Laura Mercier in Discretion. As you guys can see, it's almost brand new. This is like a bronzy, ooh, that's deep. That is deep. It's right there. It's like a rosy gold type of highlighter. So we're gonna pull that out as well. All right, so let's pull out some of these singles, shall we? The first one I'm gonna pull out is this one. This is the liquid eyeshadow from the brand Appeal in the shade Gold. I have been hesitating on whether to get rid of this or not. We're gonna see how I feel about it this summer, or like during the summer, because it is pretty. I just don't know. I just don't know if I'm gonna reach for it as much as I'm expecting to. So we'll see. I'm gonna play around with this just to see if I should. Up next is this. This is the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal Liquid in the shade Sienna. This was a gift for my birthday. Oh no, I've never opened it. This is the first time I open it. And my first time swatching it. So here it is. I think I'm gonna like that. I like these kind of colors. I'm sorry, let me bring in the lighting a little bit. Hope that helped. But that I think I'm gonna like in the summer. So we're gonna play around with this formula. It's the only one I own. So we'll see. This is the Milk Makeup Pigment in the shade Sheesh. I wanna use this as a liner, as a base, something, because I feel like I won't use this any other time if I don't get use out of it. Now look how pretty that blue is. Yeah, I might use this as a base for that shadow I want to use in that palette that I mentioned earlier. Look at that. These are so underrated. Do they even sell these anymore? I don't know. I'm a sucker for these, but yeah. The other one I want to pull out is in the color Gig. Gig is your traditional bronzy kind of shade. I love this one. This is definitely one of my favorites. Oh my goodness, yeah. And these set and you're done. Too much of these though will show a lot of your crepiness. You gotta be careful how to use them, but look at those colors. All right, let's move on to pigments. This is the Ulta Color Pure Eye Pigment in the shade Riviera. They no longer make these, but I love them. I've only kept a few. I did a whole entire review on these back in the day. Look at that shade. I just love these bronzy, rustic kind of shades in the summer. It just makes my brown eyes pop. I know, you guys, I love my neutrals and my glittery, shiny, and my colorful. I love it all, and that's my problem because I'm always broke for that reason. But yeah, I'm gonna try this out. The other one is this Makeup Geek one in Blitz. I hope this does not make a mess. Let's see. This is before the sifters, and I had to buy the sifters separately, so let's see. I'm already seeing a whole big mess. This color is like a red Oh, I hope I'm not messing up. See it right there? It's like a reddish bronze. It's really, really pretty. In person, it's really pretty. I know on camera, pie doesn't look that great and you're like, oh, that's messy. The mess has never deterred me from using pigments. I'm good. Look at that. As I'm speaking about mess. The other one I'll pull out this month is Liquid Gold. You guys remember this one? This is beautiful as a liner. It is the most intense yellow gold I own, period, end of story. It's more like a chartreuse kind of. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is like a yellow on crack. That's all I could describe it as. It is no joke. If you don't like a yellowish green shade, this is not your friend. Look how much I still have on my finger. It's ridiculous. This shadow will forever stay with me. It is so intense. It barely looks like I've used it. I mean, this was by far one of my most unique ones that I own. It's just so beautiful though. And look, I think with this color right here all over the lid, it would look so pretty. And the last one I'll pull out is BH Party Girl Pigment in Bounce. These are very old, don't judge me. They no longer make pigments, as you can see. They no longer make pigments, and I only kept a few at the time. I bought all the pigments because you guys know I'm obsessed with pigments, but this color is unique. I have not been able to find this specific shadow until I found an indie brand that does sell these, so I'm gonna play around with this color. Look at that, it has little bubbles. This one is a green. Look at that. That's serious. But that'll look so pretty as a liner again if I wanted to. All right, you guys, so here are the eye pigments. Look, these two right here, I can't take them off. Look, I tried with a wipe. As you guys can see, I have to use makeup remover, and this is the Natasha Denona one. These are hardcore. Once they set, they do not move, so I have to actually use a makeup remover to get these off. So those are the only ones that can come off. Anyway, so I have these up here. Here are the pigments that I still haven't used. The new ones plus my outer limits. Here are my blushes and my highlighters. Now I do get a few questions as to why I don't choose lip products. You guys missed the lip products. Here's the reason why. I don't choose any lip products in the beginning because I do not want to have to be committed to lip products and then having to work around them. I always work around my eye looks, not my lip color. So my lip color always goes with whatever eye look I'm doing that day. So if I pull out, in the past when I used to pull out lip products, I felt like I was forced to use those lip products, and some lip products didn't get used for months and they would just sit in the drawer because I had to do a specific look with them. I don't want this to be a chore for me. I want this to be fun. And for me to just choose lip products is so much more fun for me than to force myself. I do the same thing with eyeshadow palettes. This is why I don't really show you guys what eyeshadow palettes I'm choosing, because I just go with the flow. So lip products and eyeshadow palettes and eye products in general, like eye quads, whatever, I tend to just go with the flow. So I hope you guys understand that. I know a lot of you guys want me to pull out lip products. It's just, for me, it's not how I like to do it. It's not fun for me. It's more fun for me to choose pigments and this kind of stuff where I can incorporate it with eyeshadow palettes versus forcing it upon myself and then being miserable. And then I stopped doing Shop My Stash, and that's one of the main reasons I stopped with it previously, and then I brought it back because I wanted to do some changes with it. Now I will tell you guys that I am going to pull this palette out. This is a new one that came into, I got two more new palettes that I purchased myself. The Book of Magic, which was completely sold out, but I was able to get it, but that's more of a fall winter, so I'm going to hold off on that one. And I ended up getting this one as well. This was only $15, both of them were only $15. This is from Beauty Bay, the new Romantic palette, and I think this will be so much fun for the summer. So I'm definitely going to be using this one this month. Everything else is either in whatever pan those eyeshadows, and if I do have any new palettes that came in. Like those right there are other ones that I'm going to incorporate this month. These are the Sydney Grace ones. I got these for my birthday and they came in last week or so. So these also will be ones that you'll see in next month Shop My Stash. So these 4 palettes, you can guarantee that I'll be doing looks with these 4. Now anything else I don't know, because I haven't done my Pan Those eyeshadows and I have not really looked at my collection to see if I'm getting anything in PR. If I am, which I rarely do, but you know, that's the case. And if I want to pull out anything for myself. So you at least can see these 4 coming up. All right, guys, that is it for Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching and understanding with me and bearing with me because it's getting dark now. The rain is coming and I beat it. All right, you guys, I'll put more videos on the screen for you to enjoy. Anything I forget will be in the description box or in a pinned comment. I'll see you guys then. Bye.